I know this one has been a little bit delayed, but I will promise you guys that I will try and put more of these out. So Sony wants to make more standalone films in relation to Spider-Man, but the way I would personally do things is that instead of doing the Venom or Black Cat spin-off films, I would just go all out and do all these solo Spider-Man related characters like 2099, Noir, Spider-Gwen and a whole bunch of others, and then do a Spider-Verse film. And have Spider-Verse be this ensemble movie with all the Spider-Man characters teaming up. And due to the last poll, the character that we're going to be talking about is Silk and why she deserves to have her own standalone film. Now I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I don't know too much about Silk outside of her introduction, as Silk is a relatively new character. But even with that being said though, I think that Silk's origin story would make a solid film, and I would have Silk's film be a complete prequel to Spider-Verse. So for starters, Cindy Moon is a character who got bitten by the radioactive spider that gave Spider-Man his powers. But this is the same radioactive spider who bit Peter Parker moments before its death. Before the radioactive spider died, it also bit Cindy Moon. But after the discovery of Cindy Moon's abilities, Ezekiel Sims decided to put Cindy Moon inside some bunker in order to defend her from the Inheritors, who are a group of creatures who hunt down the spider totems. Now for this Silk film, I would have Silk be very depressed because she is missing her family so much, and after so many years, she decides to escape from the bunker and try to look for her long lost family. And as for the main villain for this film, I would introduce Morlun, because Morlun is the most popular out of the Inheritors, and we also need to establish the Inheritors in this new Spider-Man shared universe. And we also need a villain who could perfectly demonstrate how dangerous an Inheritor could really be, and that I think that Morlun could really take the cake. And yes, I'm aware that some people would rather have Morlun go off against Peter Parker first, or have him just saved up for the Spider-Verse film, but at the end of the Silk film, I wouldn't even have Morlun be killed off or anything like that. I would bring back Morlun for this Spider-Verse film and have all the Inheritors come together, cause Morlun is a very interesting villain. And honestly, I think Morlun would be the perfect villain for Silk to face off. But then again, you would have to depower Morlun a little bit purely because he is pretty overpowered. However, you could say that Morlun is suffering from starvation. Because of this, Morlun isn't as powerful as he should be, which is why Morlun decides to hunt down Silk so that he could fulfill his starvation. I would also establish that in this version, Morlun actually kills Ezekiel Sims. And I would also establish Ezekiel Sims as the mentor for Silk, as both of these characters are spider totems. Having Morlun kill Ezekiel Sims would have some emotional impact for Silk. And the reason why Sony should make a Silk spin-off film is purely so that you could establish a Spider-Verse film and that she is the perfect character to establish that film. But even outside of the Spider-Verse idea, Cindy Moon is a fan favourite amongst comic book fans. Although she isn't as popular as, let's say, Spider-Gwen, Cindy Moon clearly has her fans. But not only that though, Cindy Moon is also a female character. At the same time, she isn't just a female Spider-Man, and she has her own identity. And like how I said with the Spider-Gwen video, if Sony wants to hop in with the female superhero craze, like how Marvel is doing the Captain Marvel film and DC doing the Wonder Woman film, Sony has the perfect opportunity to milk out Silk. Now I've already mentioned that I've been doing countless videos on why Sony should make these solo Spider-Man spin-off films, and how all these solo films will inevitably tie up to the Spider-Verse film. And as for the next Spider-Man related character that I'm going to be talking about, I'm gonna leave it up to you guys, as I am going to make a poll alongside this video. So which character do you want me to talk about next? And the candidate of these is of course Kane as the Scarlet Spider, as I believe that he could actually work. The Superior Spider-Man, which although is very difficult to pull off, I still think is possible. Peter Parker as Spider-Ham. No joke, I will be talking about this character sooner rather than later. And of course, the new addition to the poll, we have Mayday Parker as Spider-Girl, which has been requested by my buddy Tevye. Apologies if I butchered your name, dude. If you guys haven't already, I suggest you give him a subscribe, as Tevye does some good reviews, reactions, as well as sharing his thoughts on some news. And whichever character gets the most votes on my poll will automatically be the character I'm going to talk about next. So would you be very interested in watching a Silk solo film? Comment below and share some thoughts. And as always, thank you guys for watching this video. Please like and subscribe. Take care and have a good one.